Mridul Kumar Sahani sir. As you all know, sir is doing excellent job every day, sharing sir knowledge to us, and this is what all the homeopaths are looking at Sahani sir. And so today, sir will definitely talk about the same subject, that is cancer and homeopathy, because sir is such an expert who can talk at any time whenever we need something like that. So this is a big session. This is going to be a big session from sir. And as you know, sir was the former president and curriculum committee chairman of ZCH, and chairman and convener of different organizations under government service, under central government, and winner of various national and international awards. Sir has presented many papers on national as well as international forums, and Sir has more than 50 years of experience. And Sir is coming from a big family of Sahani. So Sahani Sir can deliver one of the best presentation tonight, and you can have a chat with Sir. Whenever you have a doubt about anything, you can ask about Sir. Your doubt, Sir will clear your doubt also. So let us welcome our legend, Sahani sir, to this session. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Ganesh. So you have made me the rescue man. So I come usually also in the Hindi session and also in the English session. I am coming as a rescue man. Uh, that's why I am not giving you the time, exact time, at what time I have to speak, because I have to be ready every time to fill up the gaps. And our honorable president of this forum, Dr. Ismail said, I'm because he was unable to join this session, and I think that we should continue. And this is the spirit by which IFPH forum is functioning. We have the spirit that we will never break. Continuity is our commitment. Continuity is our commitment. Commitment for the this IFPH forum. So let us start and begin this session with some of the important, because I have to prepare, I have to get rest for to think about what to say just now, what to say subject. And Dr. Ganesh suggested that I should speak something on cancer. So just I was looking into my documents file, and I got a lecture ready for the cancer. So I hope you will like this session with this cancer case. There is a case demonstration by me as well as some explanations regarding. It may be a short presentation, yet it will be useful information for you. Thank you. And I am sharing my PPT just now. Is it visible? Is it visible? Dr. Ganesh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's visible. Visible.
Okay. Okay. So now the topic is a case study in brain tumor with homeopathic approach. I have selected this topic only to show you how we should proceed in the cancer cases. Today, this morning also, I was going through an article, the agony of life of the patient for cancer, agony of the life, the pain and the sufferings that is begins to start, the suffering of the journey of the sufferings that begins with the as soon as the case is diagnosed as the cancer till the end of his life, and throughout this agony the patient has gone. So what is the answer? What is the requirement? What is the thing we as a physicians have to contribute? Whether to what to do? This is important and greatest challenge for the cancer patient, dealing with the cancer patient. The word cancer itself has got a very devastating uh, understanding for every human being. The moment he hears the life gets filled with the fear. The fear becomes the important component in every case of the cancer. The patient they live and survive, and they have the life living with the fear. This is important thing. So let us continue with this. The term cancer, which is generically more than different disease, including malignant tumor, it has got various classifications. Tumor sites and depend on the different sites: breast, cervix, prostate, stomach, colon, rectum, lung, mouth. So many blood. No part of the body you can imagine that there will be no cancer. Every part of the body. So are the body sick or the man is sick? Who is sick? This is important question for all of us. Who is sick? The body is sick or the man is sick? Organ is sick or the man or the part is sick? And the cancerous affection is the idea. And this cancerous affection needs to be understood with due care by all of us. Common to all forms of cancer is the failure of the mechanism that regulates the normal cell growth. What is the common theme within that? So, regulating the normal cell growth. That means how it gets starts, how it matures, and how it gets terminated from the body. And the journey of the cell, which begins from the formation of the cell and then getting into the maturing and then so it is entire journey. And when this journey is disturbed, that situations results into the development of the becoming uncontrolled type of the growth. Uncontrolled. So what I say, cancer is just the things where man has been trying to control himself. Now he is not able to control, and it has out of the this is the disparate states of the mechanism. This is very important understanding that we should keep in mind. Don't get feared with the cancer. As a physician, your role is to look into the what type of the fear, what responsibility. Just go to the study the lifestyle of the situation, the patients. This is very important thing for us. Primary brain tumor can either be malignant or benign. That we all know. Brain tumor can occur at any age. It is not the factor that when it should start. We usually say that the cancer is the age, the old age is the cancer age. Yes, old is the cancer stage because it has accumulated so much vast information within the life. And just in the Hindi session, Dr. Niharika Jain was explaining about the life situations related with the chemicals, chemistry, that is the periodic table. She was explaining about the periodic table. And at the seventh row of the periodic table, she was telling that it is said that this is the stage where everything, this is the stage of the wisdom. Old is the stage of the wisdom. We have the where you have the compassion, where you have the everything, and you are also waiting to leave this world. Living this world is also important, and getting prepared how to live. You are exiting this scenario of the universe. This is important thing. But this is the understanding that the physicians should be nurtured in their mind. So, brain tumor depends on the type, locations, and size of the tumor as well as the age of the health of the patient. Options for the brain tumor treatment includes in the other system of medicine, surgery, radiation therapy, and the chemotherapy. Yeah, it is the helplessness of the humankind to just to kill the cells with the by trying to or kill or remove. Kill or remove. This is the surgery scope, radiation scope, and chemotherapy. So that is the ultimate things when you feel that the doctor feels desperate about the cure, you just want to kill or you want to suppress or you want to remove from the life of the patient. Brain tumors are classified as the grade 1, 2, and 3. And there are most common type of the primary brain tumor among the adults are astrocytoma, meningioma, and oligodendroglioma. I'm not going into the details of this grading because I'm not concerned, because when you become a homeopathic physician, it is grade 1 represents the first stage. Day 2 represents the second stage. You have just to think homeopathically. And when thinking homeopathically, you can decide and you can see that at what stage the patient has come, and you can decide himself. And according to the law of the miasma, the solid patients, the psychotic patients, and syphilitic patients, and the stages of the sora, syphilis, and psychosis that is there in the human life, it can begin at the birth time. A child can be born with the syphilitic traits. A child can be born with the soric traits. It depends on the inherent character it has acquired from its parents. Inherent character that it has acquired from the parents. And the syphilitic stage represents the degenerative stage of the life. And it represents the cancerous stage of the life. That's why I say, when the cancer enters in your body at the early age, or the middle of the age, or the fag end of the day, that depends and that tells you. That's why you see how you can treat a cancer patient with the homeopathic with so easy. In many of the cases, we may not be successful because the situations are such an uncontrolled state. But we can give some palliative uh, uh, relief to the patient so that he can leave this world with peace in the mind. This peace in the mind is the only thing that you can provide to the patient who are at the terminal stage of their life. This is very important things for all us to understand this phenomenon. In the children, which is, I am just moving on the slide, just to you have a theme about that, medulloblastima, grade 1, 2. And all these are the things that you have studied in your books, the practice of medicine. This is just only the things that you are. And then there has been this study has been sometimes compels you to prescribe the X-ray, sometimes compels you to prescribe the carcinosinum, sometimes compels you to prescribe some no sorts type of the things. And the thoughts of the no sorts comes only when you think that without I am not getting into the details state of the medicine. The natural medicines and the no sorts medicines, they have the different idea. And symptoms depends on the size, type, and the location. And while classifying the medicines, it is necessary classifying the disease or the life. You have to, and also classifying the symptoms. You have to consider about the site, where is the site, what is the type, and what is the location and of the brain tumor. And this is that makes you the completeness, the totality of the symptoms important. Because totality is very important for any type of the cancer cases. Now, just a very old case of mine. I think it was in June 2011. It was a 48, the middle-aged persons. 40 years, 48 means he just reaching towards the old age and residing at the Allahabad. He complains with the head pain in the whole, followed by the faintness. Head pain followed by the faintness. This is important thing that I have. He had so usually when the patient comes to me and they are diagnosed and they first present the paper before me. But I avoid looking at those papers in the first stage because by looking at the papers in the previous statement, my mind will also get stuck to that. And to avoid that phenomena, I just see them at the last part of our case study, last part. So usually I also suggest you to get your mind unprejudiced, free to enter anything. So first you listen to the patient complaints, and this is important idea that we must have with every type of the problem. So what is the patient was having the head pain and it was followed by the treatment. He was treated with the allopathic medicines and CT scan reports indicated that this was inflammatory granuloma cysticercosis, and TLC was the norm. Just you can imagine, with the inflammations and TLC and DLC remaining the normal, can you imagine what type of the stage the patient is? When things are normal, blood regulatory systems are normal, and there is information, there must be some localized understanding, localized phenomena. You have to look into these things. TLC and DLC normal with the inflammations. So where is the inflammation? Some part of the local. So this is a local malady. The patient has nothing significant problems in the childhood. It has suffered from the cholera in the early childhood, and except that. And then the family history, the father died of the heart complaints and mother normal and alive. And no other significant disease in the family. Now the mental presentation. Patient is a farmer with side business of supplying seed to the other farmers. He was a supplier also, and he was a very generous person. He was a very mild person, and he was too polite in behavior. And you will find a very beautiful rubrics in the repertory, sympathetic. And there you can think about the causticum, but the more value is given to the carcinosinum. Because carcinosin patients are, cancerous patients are, usually they have very polite and sympathetic in nature. Cancer. And the word cancer itself indicates and tells you the meaning of the life, meaning of the situation. Cancer means a selfless working. You know the term cancer, it has come from the word crab. Crab means you have to go into the life history of the crab. What is the first food for the baby crab? When it comes out from the egg, and what first food they get? They have the food coming from the flesh of the own mother. The baby crab, the infant crab, they eat the flesh. They are fed on the flesh, and that's why I say the patient is so generous, so they will offer his whole of the life to the and sacrifice everything for the benefit of their dependent persons. This is the themes that we have to find it out. Where is this theme? There is this cancer patient. This you have to try to find it out. Okay. So mild in nature and too polite in behavior. He was self-content in nature in spite of the severe headache. He has severe headache because he was not looking about his own problem. He was looking about the others' problem, how the welfare of the family. So he was ignoring his own headache. He was not concerned with the headache. So in spite of having the severe pain, you just can imagine what type of the pain will be there in the cancerous patient. Just you can imagine so much severe. I have seen a patient, cancerous patient. They used to say, "Doctor, please give me the medicine so that I can die and get freed from this pain." So they want the medicines to be for the mercy killing. And this is also the thing that is also coming up in our medical arena, the mercy killing, at the mercy of the patient. Why? So to relieve him from the agony of the pain. So he had suffered from the mental pain. This was the past. But everything that he had, he just suffered it silently, mentally, silent, and ignoring whatever things what other people are giving to him. What response he's getting from the society, he's not concerned with that. And he was just looking after the welfare of the child, family, society, and everything. He liked green color, and he was very religious and sympathetic in nature. There was no other physical symptoms was present, and the only thing that he had got a strong liking for the sweets as well as fasting. He was intolerable for it, so he was not able to eat properly. So what I took the rubrics. Usually I don't believe on my memory. I never believe on my memory or always look for the books. I keep the repertory open. I keep the Medica open in my clinic, on my table, in or in our computer before me whenever I enter into my clinic. So this is my approach to handling any type of the cases, not only the cancer, any type of the cases. Even for the acute disease, I used to look and go through the rubric to get confirmed information. So this is also another idea that I would suggest to every physician, every practitioner to become a good and don't believe completely on your mind, because sometimes your memory may fail. Sometimes you may be busy with your other work and forget your the right medicine. But when the repertory is open to you, when the mathematics is before you, you can get confirmed it so that you can gain confidence in the prescribing. So I took the rubrics from this. The patient was mild. He had a desire for the clean, green. I see that this is also a very symbolic rubric, because desire for what is the meaning of the green? Green is for the peace. Green is for the peace, and he wanted the peace. Mind, consolation, and rage. He was satisfied. He was too polite. He was a religious feeling. He was a sympathetic, and with that he had the rubrics of the head tumor, tumor in the brain, and fasting aggravation. So with these few symptoms, I repertoried and took up the case. Now just see the repertorial analysis as I repertorized in the radar repertorial system. Except the color green, the step area is covering the 8 symptoms. It is followed by the sepia and then other medicines. So, area, sepia, carcinosinum, causticum, and phosphorus, calcarea, so many medicines are there. So now what to prescribe? What to prescribe? The choice of medicines was area. Why? Why? Because I don't believe in the I don't believe in the prescribing in the uh, only with the basis of the absence of one symptom. Because this consolation embrace and green desire, they are complementary understandings to each other. Green means also peace, and consolation also means peace. Mildness also means peace. So this green desire is covered by under the consolation, content, and mildness. So it becomes insignificant, and the 100% totality was the statistical area. So the choice of medicine, I usually prescribe and use the centesimal potency, and it was since my early practice, I started practicing with the LM potency because I learned this LM potency along with my father. I was practicing with my father in my earlier stage, and I got is convinced with the efficacy of the LM potency. So treatment started on the 11th June. By transmitting, I used to don't give the medicines orally. I transmit staphylococcus 0/1 through the air taken from the head of the patient. And the patient reported on 13th September 2011 that little improvement was pain. Little improvement, not so much, but little improvement. Pain, patient kept reporting every month with continued progress in pain and the pain. On 14th February, we gave stroke. We just to increase the potency, I didn't change the medicine. I give the stroke so that the potency gets enhanced. So it becomes low. So patient started feeling again better till November. It's no problem. And CT scan was suggested at the March 2013. It was found out that there is no tumor in there. CT scan report was normal. Treatment is stopped after the finding of the CT report. Homeopathic drug has proven biological action in cancer, in animals, humans, in the lower one idea that I will give you, share with you. When you see the see the patient with the homeopathic spirit of the mind, homeopathic understanding, we have to look into the thematic understanding of the patient's whole life. Thematic understanding is very important, and in every medicine there is the thematic. What you will think about the specific area? The specific area is very submissive and silent type of the person. It is more submissive than the pulsatilla. It is more, and they can never say no. They cannot never can deny such, and that's why they suffer a lot of the elements from getting abused by the others, getting abused by the others. So this become, but we give prominence to the abuse. But no, he is abused. You can abuse a person only because he surrenders before. Surrendering is very important. So hard evidence from most studies corroborate what 200 years documented clinical observations have claimed that homeopathy has efficacy in treating the cancer. And under the rubric tumor, 20 remedies are listed in the synthesis repository: Ethuja, Eponium, Arnica, Aurum, Iodine, Barachacar, Belladonna, Calcaria, Chamomilla, Conium, Glonine, Graphitis, Hydrostis, Caliad, Plumbum, Plumbamide, Pythia, Streptococcus, Sulfur, Puja, and Zinc sulfur. So all these are the medicines, and we have selected on the basis of the totality of the medicine. So with this, I conclude this lecture. This was a small case presentation. I have tried my best to explain you something about the cancer in a very short sessions. And with this word, that jealousy is the mental factor of the cancer disease. But I deny that. I say that this cancer is the politeness. It is the self-sacrificing phenomena of the life. Self-sacrifice. This is important thing for the things. So hope is living with courage and confidence and not fear. So thank you very much.
Yes, sir. It's really a very good session from you about cancer. That the case was really excellent, and definitely we will have to go into that same line of treatment that you suggested in this case. Let us go for a discussion, and those who want to participate in the discussion can raise your hand so that we can allow you to speak to sir.
Yeah, Dr. Ahmad, you can.
Ahmad Hassan from Saudi Arabia can speak now.
Dr. Ahmad, you can unmute yourself now.
Please unmute. Please unmute.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Dr. Sir, your presentation is very educative. But just I like to simplify the cancer in very simple words. When ovum and sperm fertilized, at that time one cell has property to generate all the organs, yani eye, ear, everything. But by the grace of Almighty, when this organ complete, the growth stop. But after birth, when this proliferation of the cells again start, then it is called cancer. This is my simple explanation for our respected participants to know about the cancer. और हिंदी में भी हम बोल दे रहे हैं कि जब गर्भ अवस्था में ओवम और स्पर्म से जो फर्टिलाइजेशन होता है, तो उस सेल को ईश्वर की कृपा से बॉडी ऑर्गन्स बनाने की पावर होती है, लेकिन वो ऑर्गन को बना करके स्टॉप हो जाता है नॉर्मल। लेकिन आफ्टर बर्थ के अगर वो सेल्स दोबारा बढ़ने लगते हैं, तो वो जो है कैंसर का रूप धारण करते हैं। थैंक यू वेरी मच सर।
Dr. Ahmed, you are very nice to say that you have added something new information to us. But one thing that is very important with the cancer patients, and that you talked about the separation which starts from the birth, and that just Niharika has also told the same theme. And this journey is very important. So that's why understanding a patient it is necessary that you must have the idea of the entire journey of the life, entire
Yes, yes.
journey of the evaluation of the patient depends on knowing about the journey of the how he started separating, how he started separating. There are the child who are born with the love, and there are the child who have to struggle for the survival. There are the children who have to struggle for the survival. What type of the mindset is there? The struggling for surviving, and the child born with the silver spoon in the mouth. The two contrasting features are there. Surviving, survival is the fittest. Survival is the fittest. This is the law of the nature. Survival of the fittest. And only those who have who are supported by themselves, their self-image, they can survive well in this society. Yes.
Is
Dr.
Dr. Nutan Sharma, you want to speak to Sir again about the case?
Pujay,
Please unmute your co-host now.
Pujay, you want to know why?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, it was short and sweet, yet very useful, insightful information. You have started with jealousy is a mental cancer. So I would like to add a few more things like perverted love, hate, anger, jealousy, fear, and inability to forgive. These all are pollutions of mind and can lead to cancer in uh, like almost. Well, yeah, one more thing, sir. You said no. The radiations like cobalt, radium, uh, chemotherapy, all those things, they cause destruction to the normal cells. So how can the important organ, if it is removed, can give rise to relief to the patient? So the mental and the physical pollutions, physical, not only the radiation, but the lack of metabolic balance can give rise to cancer. So this, the wonderful statement you have written in your initial and last slide, that jealousy is the mental cancer. Not only jealousy, I would like to add all the pollutions of mind can give rise to a cancer of brain or any organ in general. So it was wonderful case, and it was wonderful, sir. And homeopathy definitely has, because surgery only can give anesthesia to patient for some time, but the homeopathy is the only scientific system of medicine can give relief permanently in a most gentle and rapid way. Thank you so much for sharing so much insightful information, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nutanji. You have added a very new thing. And what about the jealousy? And there are the two approach, the jealousy and sympathy. Just I want to clarify jealousy and jealousy and having the sympathy. Is it possible that a man can have both in the together in the life? The jealousy, the man is jealous and he is sympathetic. It is just a contradiction. Contradiction. And contradiction, with the contradictions starts the breakage. The contradiction, the relationship, how it breaks. Only when there is a contradiction.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Breaking point. I had a patient of the liver cancer, and I was looking into the life history of that patient. And when I went through the entire history, he was such a silent, such a very man with no any other addictions, nothing, and a very selfless type of the work, and always involved in the work, in his duty only, work only. So he was meant for the excellent person. But when people heard that he suffered from the cancer, they started blaming him. Why? He must have done something wrong and sinned to the God. And this is usually the things that we hear from the in the society. When a patient suffers, ये पाप किया होगा, ये पाप किया होगा उसी का फल है. Paap, sin, and this is the curse of the God. Curse of the God that people used to say. And just you can imagine when this curse is given to you. You listen this word, this curse, the paap and the sin, and where you are not involved at all, where you are not involved at all, just only because you are suffering, it is there, and the end has coming. End is coming. The starting, breaking, starting, growing, and maturing. This is the life cycle of the human being. We come on this planet, we grow up, and then we have to decline. This durations, the longevity of the durations only makes you to feel that how much your strength you have, and getting exhausted is the basic phenomena for becoming matured and living this world. Getting exhausted. After all, what is the ultimate gift that you get after earning so much money, so much information, acknowledging so much knowledge in your brain, after accumulating so much things, everything? What is at the end? What you are getting? Nothing. You will not carry any of the informations or imaginations or idea or intellectual wealth, earthly wealth. You have to leave this world empty-handed. You have to leave this world empty-handed. This is very important thing, which is very difficult to perceive during the one life, and at the terminal age of the cancer, at the advanced of the cancer, the patient have got this type of the feeling. So when you look into the history of the patient and understand, you will be able to give them and with some palliative and very beautiful medicines and even cure. And even cure, I say that even cure, this patient was not so much desperate. But one patient where I saw, the doctor told him, now you are not going to survive for more than 3 months. 3 months. Now when the time is decided, and he was so much desperate, now time is very short. So what type of the agony he must have been in the mind. And with that patient, I selected arsenic. It was this in the 1990s. And it was my early days of the very young days of my practice. And the patient went back, and after returned again after the 15 days with the feeling great tranquility in their mind. And after a few months, and these 3 months passed away without any pain. Then I asked him, are you going to die now? Just I asked him, are you going to? No, sir. Doctor has told something lie to me. Doctor has told something lie to me. And then with this confidence, after the 3 months, the progress was so much drastically, and he improved, and he lived life he kept coming for about 5 years to me, and thereafter disappeared. I also forgot. Again in 2001, he comes to me. I didn't recognize him at that moment. and he came with some pain in the liver area. He was a liver cancer case. Then I just as my usual part, I started taking the case history and asked him the information about how this and when this started. So at that time he disclosed that, sir, you had treated me with this cancer for the cancer sometimes in 90s, about in 90s. I just tried to recollect and go through my files. I collected, got the files before me, and I was astonished to see that this man is surviving at this 12 years for the last 20. So, and simillimum, what is the importance of the simillimum is here now. The arsenicum was the first selection in 1990, and at this 2001, when I tried to find out the simillimum, it was again the arsenicum. Again the arsenicum. I only prescribed in slightly higher dose, and the pain was reduced, and he was normal. He again lived for another many more years. The age was so advanced now, and after I think about 2008 or 9, he left this world. So this is the journey, and this is the gift that you can give to any of the. And this is the gift that I also got by knowing this phenomena happened with the homeopathic medicines. So friends, be patient with the patient. Listen to the patient's agony and try to evaluate the situations. This is the important thing that is required. Don't give importance to the diagnostic things. They are the final. They are the final results, end product. And if you look at the end product, you cannot go to the beginning. If you are looking at the end product, you cannot go to the beginning. So go and you have to start from the beginning. So that's why I have made up my mind. Whenever I see the patient, and the patient used to present the whole big file of the case history, I say, keep it aside. I will not see. I'm not going, because if I see, I will also become mad. I say, if I see, I will also become mad, and I will not be able to cure you. Look, let me look you differently than with my view, my opinion. My opinion is more important than the opinion that is being given in the files that is recorded there. And this I can give you an example of the case. A patient was suffering from the rheumatic pain. Acute rheumatic arthritis was there, and he was treated severely for the rheumatic disorders, and everywhere treating him with the other factors and other things only, and a lot of the diagnosis was there. When I was started listening to the patient history, the thoughts came to my mind that he must have some tubercular background also. I asked him whether he have got checked for the tuberculosis or not. He said, no sir, nobody prescribed me this tuberculosis test. Then he asked me, sir, why you are asking about the tuberculosis? I said, I suspect that you should get, and I feel that you should go for the tuberculosis test. And with my this view, suggestions, he got himself tested for the tuberculosis, and it was found that it was tuberculosis positive. That if I would have seen those papers, this idea about the tuberculosis would have never come to my mind. That's why to keep your mind open, don't block your mind when you are with the patient, because these papers, they will block your mind, and just try to see everything, experiencing the patient with yourself. This is the important thing for the case taking. You are going to listen to the patient just like it, and there is a wonderful quotation. Every new patient we undertake, we enter into the new world. New world, a new person. I have not seen him in the past. I will not see this type of the patient in the future. If you can keep this theme in your mind, you can see the patient in the very normal and the natural presentations that he is living with. So thank you, Nutanji, for your.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. But sometimes, relatives, attendants are so apprehensive that they don't have patience, and
Yeah.
they won't. Yeah.
You are quite right, madam. You are quite right. It is the patient's guardian. They
So we also tend to lose our patience.
and they will not allow to treat you. Will take the patients to the Tata Memorial Hospitals
Yes,
or
sir.
some big hospitals. This is our things that is happening in the society.
Yes.
Only the desperate, when the only what type of the cancer patient we homeopath receive. Only
Mm.
those who are said. Now you go to the home and you just get prepared to die. And at that helpless stage only, this type of the patient, chalo, let us see this homeopath can do something to us or not. Then only the they, they come to us.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
This is the scenario.
I was having one cancer patient, small child, 9 years old. He was having dimness of vision on one eye, in one eye. Then again, slowly, it was started on right eye also. So on MRI, I came to know about craniopharyngioma was there. So we were treating him with calcarea, tuberculinum, calcarea floor, and there was good result. His vision was improving. But sir, they left us. Like they left and they went to PGI Lucknow. So likewise, patient lose patience, and we can't help it.
So when you cure a patient, cancer patient, you don't know the patient was cured or not. This is
Yes,
also
yes.
the scenario because I can tell you a old lady. She was having a cancer in the abdominal region, and I treated her for about 2 years, and the patient was quite right, and she left. I thought because she was very old, she might have died. This was the impression that I have in the mind after she stopped coming to me. In 2015, it was in the 2015, one young man came to me about some of his problems. I started looking into his case history. I asked about the family, what his mother is doing, and what was. So he said my mother was suffering from the cancer. I thought immediately I thought that she must have died. So I said, okay, how is she? How she died? No, sir, my mother didn't die. She is still alive. She is still alive. I was astonished. And then where you got treatment for this person? Sir, you only treated it. You only treated me. This was the presence. I was stunned. Then I asked the questions about when I was treating her and how. So when I recollected and I started looking into the file, and that file I said the patient was continued for 2-3 years, and thereafter she left. And only because she didn't came, I had an impression that she might have died. So these are the things that I am usually facing during my practice life. These are some of the stories that I feel I must share with you all, because don't wait, don't see, expect for the suggestion, expect for the something gift to you. You are getting, this is the greatest reward from everyone.
Yes, sir. That's a very good session, sir. In the first case, in the real case, you have given LM potency. What prompt you you told me told the session that because from the experience you gained from your father, you just directly went for that, choosing LM potency in this case. Then how long you continued with LM potency, and for example, so for suppose if the case is if patient gets some aggravation in the with some other complaint, then what will be your plan of treatment? Whether you stick on to that LM potency, or you may raise the potency to much higher level, or whether you come back to the low potency. For example, the same surface area 6 or 30. What will be your plan of treatment? Because that kind of things may happen in this case. If we never face such a situation, but in cases, and sometimes such situation may happen. And how will you manage a case, sir?
Sir, you have very nice questions regarding the LM potency. In one of the session, I think in the Hindi session, sir, which potency is good, centesimal scale or LM potency? The question was raised by some of the audience because the person was speaking on the potency selections. So I asked him, which model of the TV you will buy? Which model of the TV buy? The old black and white or new smart TV? Which TV you want to buy? This was my questions to that. Sir, definitely the new smart TV. If I can afford, definitely the smart TV. So I said, definitely you have to use the LM potency because it was the last version and the latest latest potency of Dr. Master Henneman, which appeared in 6th orange of the organ of medicine. When you rely on it, it is only the matter of this LM potency get known to the world after a long time, even after the publications of. So it was long. It took long time. Your question is related to whether I can shift back to the centesimal potency. I say no, never. Because at LM potency, I can start from the journey from 0/1 to 0/2. And even between the 0/1 and 0/2, I used to make the flushing method. That means taking one part of the medicine and then throwing away the other 99 adding. So it made a different change in potency. Because the Henneman had also idea that you never repeat the same medicines. So if you repeat the same medicines in same potency, that means you are repeating the medicine. And to avoid this repetition, Dr. in his commentary of organ of medicine, he said that it is
Lost the connection here. And anyway, as I was discussing about continue with the same LM potency and I never go in. Yes, sir. Yes, sir is back.
म्यूट करिए.
Yes, sir.
Can you unmute me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. The same.
I was talking about the Luke Decipher's opinion about the potency. So gradual flushing methods is best methods for the because when you have selected a patient to be in the 0/1 scale.
This is a common problem.
Henneman discarded the element. Sir, why Dr. Henneman?
इसमें से बोलिए, इसमें से.
Yes, sir.
Why Dr. Henneman discarded the centesimal potency? It was only because Dr. Henneman was of the confusion that why to after 30 potency to 200? Why this long gap? What is and to describe making a quinquential approach? Quinquential means one after the another, gradually going up. And the earlier the name for the LM potency was the quinquential potency. And quinquential potency is I can deliver some lectures on the LM potency also sometimes in some of the sessions. That will make you understand better why I should not go shift to the other centesimal potency. And through my journey of the life with the homeopathic LM potency, I say this is the most efficient potency for our homeopathic system of the medicines.
Yes, sir. That's a very good thing. And now, Dr. Ramparesh,
थैंक यू धनेश जी और सर कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन डॉक्टर M.K साहनी सर जी के वेरी गुड डिस्क्राइब कैंसर मेन कॉज of cancer, mental cancer. Julius is a mental cancer. I am agree. Cancer is background, family and past history, background, tuberculosis, diabetes. कैंसर एक हमारा स्वाप में भी बोला गया है, परसुख देखी जर्नी सोचई कुष्ठ दुष्टा मन कटलाई। यानी गिलियस दाही प्रवृत्ति वाले को ट्यूबरकुलोसिस का बैक्टीरिया ग्रोथ करता है और वाइटलिटी को ड्रेन करता है। तो बैकग्राउंड तो सर बहुत अच्छा भाई। थैंक यू सर।
Okay. Dr. Sri Ahmed Hassan, you want to speak something more to sir? Yes.
Actually, sir and madam is telling, actually it is, if you know the basic, it will be very easy. It is not much difficult about cancer, so that it is easy to interpret. Suppose sarcoma means it is from connective tissue, and carcinoma it is from epithelial tissue, and like this only 2 3 terminology, or leukemia from myeloid or from arthroplasty. So like this, if just only a small note, so it will be very helpful to understand and to satisfy the patient. Thank you very much, sir.
Dr. Ahmad, you have asked about the आपने मेरी माँ को 0/11 potency post किया था. Yes.
जी जी वो सर
0/11
वो
potency I had told you.
जी सर
But you have never, after, I think it was long back, and you have never followed up the case with me. So I cannot.
नहीं sir, it is not available in my city, so that is I am telling sir which
I
company.
posted you, I sent it to you, but what happened, what was the effect, I was not aware of that.
No,
I cannot suggest you something, anything.
No, sir. Thank you very much, sir. She was okay. But the problem I was, whenever I want to go for any homeopathy medicine here in Aligarh, it is 0102 not available. So kindly send me the name of the pharmacy or supplier so that I can get. Thank you very much, sir.
So I cannot tell you what about the Aligarh, but LM Potency, there are some beautiful manufacturers and many more, like SBL is also preparing, BJAN is also started. HAPCO is the main, and then HL. So many companies are preparing this homeopathic medicine. So you ask your local dealer to stock some LM Potency from there. They will definitely. People are not so much aware about the use of the LM potency. That's why this situation is there, the non-availability about it. But in our place in Patna, we have lot of the patients, lot of the pharmacy where we are getting the LM potency.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, anyway, it's a very good session. And now I invite Dr. Boblip to say vote of thanks. Dr. Boblip. Oh, it was some doctor has some problems. So I invite Dr. Nodan Sharma to say vote of thanks to this session.
I would like to thank all the participants who have contributed in this discussion. I would like to thank Dr. Sahani sir, who has given such an insights about the cancer. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, one and all. Over to you, Dr. Shaila.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Nodan Sharma. With that, we come to the end of the day 1321. And tomorrow we will have a session from Dr. Prakash Rao, and Dr. will be talking about what is cure and curative. We are very happy to have a wonderful evening session from Sahani sir. Thank you all for joining this session. Thank you, sir, for making such a beautiful session in this evening. Good night to all.
Good.
It's over to Dr. P. Shaila to moderate the Malayalam session.